Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gabi, if you didn't know. Now you know, and this is a long-awaited, very excited video, but I'm going to take you through every single step that it takes to have a successful Instagram, plan content days, and just take those like really trendy pictures that you see all over your Explore page. Because I'm currently packing for the Bahamas right now. We leave in literally like 12 hours. We'll be heading to the airport. But I figured it's the perfect time because obviously I'm going to be planning to take tons and tons of content when I'm there. So I need to do all like the behind the scenes planning, prepping, all of that right now. So I figured it's a great time to start the video, take you through all of my steps. And like I'm literally going to be giving you every little tip and secret that I have to have a successful Instagram. So step number one is going to be center in on your aesthetic. So I feel like there's two different kinds of trendy aesthetics right now that are super popular. The one is the bright, beachy, summery vibe going on over here. And then the other one is the total opposite, which is like the dark and moody vibe. I'm obsessed with both of them. So these are obviously just two examples. You can center in on a specific color. Obviously, like the cohesive feeds aren't necessarily a thing anymore. You don't need to get that specific, but still just kind of centering in on like an aesthetic vibe, just so you have kind of a background inspiration when it comes to taking pictures. Step number two, and the reason that I'm starting this video right now, is to have your outfits match the vibe. So if you're doing like a specific color or just like a specific look to it, my best tip is to have your outfits match that look. That way you don't need to worry about having a specific background or like hoping that you'll find a wall or just like something that'll match the vibe. If your outfit already matches, then it's just going to be so much easier and less stressful later down the road when you're actually taking the picture, because the background won't matter as much. So as you can see by everything that I currently have sitting out that I'm going to pack, which this is barely even bathing suits yet. This is mainly just all outfits. But because we're going to the Bahamas, a super beachy aesthetic already, I really wanted to bring that out in all my outfits. So we got lots and lots of colors. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start picking out outfits. I have my main like dinner outfits planned out because those ones I kind of collabed with Justin on, kind of figuring out exactly what we're gonna wear. But bathing suits and obviously everything else I can kind of do on my own. So I haven't done those yet. My suitcase here, we gotta fit all of this in a carry-on. We are only there for like 4 days, so it's not gonna be too bad. I'm gonna probably pack for the 4 days at least like 15 bikinis if we're being honest, and I have only like 2 of them laid out. So I'm gonna start by putting all the outfits in here, really planning down on like specific tops with specific bottoms, trying to not overpack when it comes to clothes, because to be honest, I feel like I'm going to be in a bathing suit almost the entire time. So as you can tell, we got lots and lots and lots of colors. So back here is basically all my dinner outfits, my 2-piece sets, my cover-ups and everything. I have all my hair accessories right here. I also have like all my shoes back here that I'm bringing. And then this is down under here. We have jean shorts and just like my other beachy shorts and cover-ups. And again, just lots and lots of color, lots of beachy. Basically, I know that if I wear any of these outfits, and even if it's like a rainy day, if I'm stuck somewhere where the only good background is like a white wall, whatever the case is, the pictures are gonna turn out because the outfits match my aesthetic. That is basically the point I'm trying to drive home. So obviously if you're going for like the dark and moody look, you'd basically be packing all browns, blacks, even just like whites, but just knowing that you would take that in a darker aesthetic kind of vibe. But then here comes the struggle. I have too many to choose from. I also think I might pack a 1-piece. I think that could be fun. We'll see. I obviously never wear those, but like could make for some fun pictures. So did I pack 14 bikinis for 4 days? Yes. But will I probably wear almost all of them? Honestly, I guarantee yes. So that's why I'm not even mad about it. And like a bikini takes up this much room in my suitcase, so it's fine. But look at the color scheme we got going on. Literally all of these just scream the Bahamas. So colorful, obviously, except those. But I figured a good black one here and there isn't too bad. And I literally went through, my drawer is like color-coded, and I went through every color, making sure I had almost every color, but also just very different ones, because you obviously don't want to keep repeating the same color of pictures. That way your feed like just doesn't blend well. I think more variety just allows it to like blend a lot better instead of a color sticking out so in your face. But next step, which this is probably one of the most important, but the next step is to accessorize and find props for pictures. So sunglasses, hats. I'm bringing this button-down white shirt to wear over bathing suits. That way I can kind of droop this on my shoulder, have this blowing in the wind, use it as a prop. That way you're not stuck when you go to take pictures and you're like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Obviously, I've been raving about these for a while. I'm gonna pick out which ones match perfectly, bring a whole bunch of these. I'm gonna be bringing this hat. I think this is gonna be the only hat I'm bringing because it has so many different colors in it. So whenever I wanna wear a hat, it'll pretty much match every bathing suit. And then my other biggest accessory tip is fun sunglasses that just spice up the picture and the outfit. I wish I was also more of like a beach jewelry kind of gal. Nails are another good accessory for like the filler pics, but I'm not. I just have like my everyday jewelry. I don't wear those like bright layered necklaces and everything, and I kind of wish I do because some of those pictures are really cute. All right, went through, laid out all the additional accessories. I'm gonna take a picture of this, that way I know kind of what I matched up with each bathing suit, so then I don't forget when I go to take pictures. Obviously now I'm planning for a content day on a vacation, so this is different than how I would normally plan on like a typical beach trip, but I did do a video where I was like just vlogging the day and I kind of showed that. So I still am like this organized, even more organized when I'm just having a content day, because I know obviously the Bahamas is going to be so easy to take good pictures. So I'm not so much worried on having to be super organized for, I want this bathing suit with this background, with this picture, these aesthetic pictures in between. I don't need to necessarily worry about all that because I feel like the content's just going to happen more. But if you're doing just like a normal content day, like whenever I wake up for the sunrise, I pack literally like 5 bikinis. I have everything, all poses, everything planned out to a T, which that brings me to my next point, which is save picture inspo ahead of time. I've already done this now for a few Bahamas pictures, just so like I don't forget that I'm like, oh, this would be a really cute picture I want to take, so I don't forget to take it. So I just do this in my notes app. I get inspo pics from every single type of social media. I just screenshot them and I just put them in my notes. So I have some cute like coupley inspired pictures. I have one we're going on like a day trip to swim with sharks and stuff. So I have pictures for that. Just like aesthetic pictures. I've always wanted to take these ones, and whenever I go in the morning for sunrise, I'm always too cold to go in the water. So I want to make sure that this would be like a perfect time to do that. Some like beach shower pictures. And normally, like I said, when I'm super organized, I have that even separated even more into specific bathing suits, actually, you know what? I think I have a note from the other day. So I have the type of picture, the order I'm taking them in, the outfit, the picture inspo for everything. Then I go into like the next set of pictures with a different bikini, all the pictures that I want there. And I literally go all the way down. This makes it so easy if you're having someone take your pictures, because you can straight up show them like, hey, this is kind of the aesthetic I'm going for. You don't necessarily have to replicate it. You don't want it to be the exact kind of picture, but at least so like the inspiration is there behind it. It just makes it easier to pose, makes it easier to plan. You can kind of switch up your poses then based on the bikini, so you're not doing the same thing, or the outfit or whatever it is. You're not doing the same pose in every picture. It makes it so much easier. I don't know why I have not done this earlier. I only just started this probably about like a month or two ago, and it has changed the game. Hands down, my biggest hack for Instagram and content days is to stay organized like that. All right, we are packed. All the bathing suits are in here, all nice and organized. All of my accessories are under there. We got pajamas, we got wear around clothes, we got all of everything in there, shoes and all. And I think she's got a zip. I don't even need to sit on her. Come on, I consider that a success. Now, do I need this much for 4 days? Probably not, but again, when it comes to content, more is better. Then I don't have to worry about outfit repeating or like not having something to wear specifically for whatever we decide to do. So I think I am all set to go. So with that being said, we're about to pack up, and I will finish this video with all my tips when we get to the Bahamas, when I'm actually shooting my content. And we are here in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas, taking some pictures, and I figured there's no more a perfect time than right now to tell you how we make it work. The main things you need to focus on: poses, lighting, angles, and if you're trying to take pictures of just yourself or you don't have time to take them, tripod. Literally our best friend when it comes to taking couples pictures, especially. For sure. And then even sometimes that I prefer to use the tripod even if he's around, because I can see what I'm doing. We also 9 times out of 10 are using the front camera, which I feel like surprises people a lot. We just take pictures on our phone 99% of the time. If I'll have my camera out, sometimes we'll do a few there, but I would say literally 99.9% of my Instagram is all my phone, and probably a good like 80% of that is the tripod. Absolutely. Do you want to walk them through? Yeah, so basically how you take angles, and because basically how I try to focus, I know what she likes the most, which is more of like a downward up angle to capture more of the sky and like more of the scenery up top, like palm trees and things like that. So I try to always kind of crouch down a little bit, focus on more, like I said, from like the lower to the
up part of her body from a little bit distance, you know, Jen making sure that like if we're in the sun right now at the beach, that like the sunlight is hitting her body, so like her body is obviously more like drawn out versus like in the shadow and things like that.
Also, my tip with that when it comes to body, obviously I like to flex my abs a little bit, but the way to do that is you want to make sure you're not getting just like direct sunlight on. If you're getting more of sunlight from one side, it's kind of hard right now because it's like 2 p.m. so like the sun is very much so right over top of us. But my biggest tip, if you want your body to look good, because remember, Instagram's a highlight reel. You're not going to post the pictures that you don't like, you don't feel confident, you don't look good in. So I like when the sun hits from one side, it just like contours your abs a little bit better, makes them pop. That's my biggest trick. Lighting changes everything. So if you're standing like in the shade compared to like in the sun with lighting hitting you from one side, I can't even tell because it's so sunny, so I don't know if that did anything. Now we'll go into poses. Do you want to just go take the camera, pretend you're taking pictures of me, and I'll just show you my main poses. Like I said, props are everything. They make it so much easier, so let's go do that.
So I try to go a little bit lower, like I said, and capture more up top. That's some angles that she likes versus like straight on like that, you know, kind of just gives the different outlook on the camera or on the actual picture. Just
keep moving. Literally don't sit still for a second, because the candid like in motion pictures end up being the best one because they don't look overposed. So I literally just like,
and that's really all it is, guys.
And we just keep clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking. We'll literally take like hundreds and hundreds for like maybe the 8 that are good that make it to Instagram. And that's on a good day, if 8 good ones even make it. So just like, you can't feel stupid is the one thing. You can't care what people around you think, because chances are you're probably never gonna see them again anyway. And you just gotta keep moving and keep clicking and then just sort through them all later. So unfortunately now, as you can see, I am back in Florida. We are no longer in the Bahamas, but the content has been created. And when I tell you, you are not ready for what's about to come on my Instagram, they were so good. So now comes the most important part that brings everything all together from start to finish, like the final touch that literally will take your content to the next level, is the editing. Now, obviously I have my presets. I use that on pretty much every single picture, but sometimes it just needs a little bit more spice. So I'm going to be using the free app Epik, and I'm going to have the link down below that you guys can download it. But this is seriously what is going to take your pictures from the next level. So I'm going to edit about like 5 or 6 pictures, and I'm going to screen record it, put it right here, walk you through the steps. But Epik is basically a one-stop shop for every type of editing. You can play with the colors. You can add the most amazing filters and effects. That's really what I'm going to focus on. They also have the tool where you can like remove certain things from your pictures, which is a huge help, especially because I took pictures obviously at a resort. There was people in the background. There was other things. You're going to see how easy it is to just remove those out of the pictures, which I think just makes the pictures look a little bit more professional. So I'm going into Epik. I'm going to hit start editing, and to make this easier, I just made my own folder of all the pictures I wanted to do. We're going to start with this one because I actually already posted this on Instagram and it did pretty well, and I think literally the editing is the whole reason why, because we kind of faked it a little bit. Not really, but okay. So like I said, I like to focus mainly on the effects because they have such cool ones. So the one that I did on this picture was called 3 Clone, and it kind of gave it that blurred effect, which I think is super trendy right now. And I've tried so many times to just take the blurred effect with like a flash picture and like you're moving the camera or I'm moving. 9 times out of 10, they never turn out. It is so much easier to edit the effect on after. So Epik has that one, and you can also edit the edit, which I love, so you can adjust it. So I can change the distance of the blur. I like it to be kind of like off my body so it does look a little bit more of like a natural flash blur. And then you can also change how much you want it. So I just want it slightly like there. That's pretty much the only edit I'm going to do on that one. So once that's done, I'm going to add a little filter to kind of brighten it up. And my favorite one so far is Ocean 2. I feel like it's just the perfect amount of natural but like bright colors that it brings to it. So again, you can adjust it, which I absolutely love. And honestly, that's probably how I would finish this picture. I just think it is so much fun. The blur effect is just going to make your picture stand out from everyone else's, whether it's on the Explore page, on someone's just following feed, or just on your profile when people come to see it. It just adds a nice little touch that's going to make it stand out. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that one right there because that was so easy. So next I'm going to go into this picture. As you can tell, I use a film camera as a prop. Like I said, having a prop just, again, sets the picture apart. Also, the best way to grow on Instagram is to have savable content. So I feel like these really aesthetic, trendy pictures like this, are like the key to doing so. So not only does it matter with the picture, but also the editing is a huge way to help. So because I have the film camera, I want to kind of add a little film effect to it. So under the effects, I have a couple different film ones. So we are just going to go through those. So this is film 1, which I think is my favorite because it brightens up the picture because it is a beachy picture. It adds the date on the side. It adds a little light leak. And again, you can adjust everything. So you can make the light there or less. Same thing with the date. And I love this because you can also adjust the filter with the effect, which I feel like a lot of different apps cannot do. So like I said, this is the best way to set your pictures apart. But this is film 2 and this is film 3, which I also really, really like. But I think for this picture, we're going to go with film 1. I really like the filter that was on it. I like the date being on it too because like I said, it's showing that it's like taken with a film camera. So I like that that's there. We're going to do just a little bit of light. And as you can see on the bottom, there's so many other things you can add. So you can adjust, like I said, there's a whole bunch of tools there to do that. You can add some stickers. You can add some text. So on this one, I'm just going to adjust a couple little things. I kind of want to make it slightly brighter a little bit. I want to bring the contrast down so it's a little bit more filmy. Add a little bit of green. And I feel like this is exactly how I want it. So again, before, after, love it. On to the next. Going into this one of me and Justin in front of Atlantis. First of all, the picture is beautiful. But as you can tell, we got some swimmers in the back. Don't want them in my picture. So we are going to go to the adjust tool and we're going to go to a remove. And I'm just going to literally draw over them. And it immediately removes them. You literally can't tell. There's a little bit right there that I missed drawing over. So I'm going to go over that one more time just so it blends in well. Going to do this little guy over here too since they had to be in the picture. Like, you can't tell. I'll go over a few lines if they're kind of harsh just to blend it in a little bit more. But, like, you would not have any idea that I just had to remove them. So we're going to play around with some filters on this one so you can see. Honestly, I really like that one. That one brightens it up a lot. That one is a super vibrant one. They have, obviously, for like a lot of the moody tones and the darker ones. I really like that first one, I think. So I'm going to use Yum 1. Go down a little bit because I don't want it to be too harsh, but I really like how it brightens it up. And here's just the before and after. I really like just subtle differences, but that completely transform the picture and bring them back to life. And let's go to the little piggy pictures. So this one, we're going to have a little fun with. I'm going to show you what this app can really do and how much it can transform it. So we're going to go to the effects, and I think I want to add a little rainbow in the back. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm not going to change the sky at all, which I really like that they let you do that. So I'm just only going to have the rainbow. Bring that down. I'm going to move the rainbow probably over here. That looks so cool. And again, you can edit the filter. I'm not the biggest fan of the way that filter looks because I know I like some of the other ones better. So I don't want it to be like too obvious that it's edited. So we're going to bring it down a little bit. That I like. So we're going to go to the filters. I'm going to go with, honestly, this one I think I really like. Tone it down a little bit. I like the way that it makes the blues look. And then we're going to go into the adjust tool, see what else we can play around with. I think I want to play with the temperature on this one. Bring it up a little bit, just so it looks like the sun was out a little bit more. And then the sky is a little bit too much of a royal blue for me. It looks a little dark compared to what like the Bahamas sky normally looks like. So I'm going to make that a little bit more of like a teal just so it blends better. And honestly, I think that's really the only thing that I have to fix there. I really like all of that. The pig obviously just makes this picture. Again, there's the before, there's the after. You would never know that there wasn't a real rainbow there. But because of that, it makes it look like it is just a fantasy and literally picture perfect. The next one, the shower picture. So you guys saw that I saved all the inspo for this picture because I knew that this one was going to be a carousel of like the same type of picture. So I wanted to have the poses down and the ideas. We nailed this. It was so fast, and because Justin had the like inspo pick to go from, he did so good taking these. So we're just going to have a little fun with this one. Probably play around with the filters more. They have a whole bunch of different kind of like film more professional camera type of ones, and I think that's the vibe that we're going to go for here. So I think I like one of these first ones. We're going to go with this one. We're going to go into effects, see what else we can add. A little like sun glare, and again, you can adjust it so it can be just the slightest little bit, a little glitch. They seriously have effects for everything. This Y2K clone filter I really like because if I were to take an outfit picture just on a plain wall, this is a huge way to completely transform that picture. even though the background's plain, if you like duplicate yourself, and it's like the Y2K trendy type of thing. So good. Again, not really for this picture. So I think we're just going to leave it. I'm going to play with the adjusting tool a little bit. I want to make it a little bit more of a cool tone picture, up the saturation a little bit. Again, it's just subtle, but that's the way Instagram is right now. The editing is not supposed to be over the top. Everyone likes the like natural look, and I really like the way this turned out. So we got one more to go through, and I'm very excited for this one because I already played around with this picture, and I already know exactly what I want to do to it. So we're going with the little shark photo, and I love this 35mm filter on this. I think it makes the blue just literally the perfect ocean blue, and as you can see, we got some friends in the background of the picture. So, of course, the first thing we're going to do is remove our little friends back here because I have to be the center of attention. Duh. Can't have intruders in the back. Another really cool thing about this app is the selective tool. So because this corner is really dark, I'm going to select that, and I'm just going to try to brighten it up a little bit so it's not as noticeable that it is just super dark back there. I just like to play around with literally everything until I get it exactly how I like. So there's that before and after. That one I really like the difference of. The fish eyes are a really cool one. Obviously that distorts this picture, so I wouldn't use it on this. Also templates just for like Instagram stories, not even posts. I really like to use it for that as well. But again, I think this picture just kind of speaks for itself without the effects. I like the filter of the before and after. And that is everything. So once everything is edited, sorted through, all good to go, the last thing I do is just kind of play around with the way my feed will look to determine the order of pictures I want them in. Obviously, I took a ton of content in the Bahamas, so I have a ton to play around with. So I just like put them all on the grid and then move them around. You guys are getting a sneak peek of pictures that have not been posted yet. Until I like the way that they look, I try to just make sure like everything is spread out. So like darker pictures will be next to lighter pictures. If there's too much green, too much blue, I literally just do that over and over, play around with it, and that concludes this video. Those are all my biggest tips and tricks. I just took you through every step I do for my content creating and what I really think has allowed me to have a successful Instagram after all these years. Thank you so much for watching this video. I want to thank Epik again for working with me. Again, it's a free app, literally one-stop shop for every type of effect, especially the trendy ones. So user-friendly, so easy to use, and literally can transform your pictures so fast. So check them out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So make sure to give it a big like, comment down below, subscribe to your post notifications on, all that, and I'll see you in the next video.